Well, hi Aquarius. This is Tara and welcome to your mid-January through mid-February Psychic Tarot forecast. Thank you so very much for joining me. Happy New Year. I know we're a couple weeks past. I'm doing these for the, like I said, January 15th through February 15th. And I hope you're having a great 2018 so far. I think it's going to be a very interesting, fascinating year in many different ways. So I also want to say thank you to those of you who are wanting to see more videos. You know, I used to do the 12 at the beginning of the month and 12 at the middle of the month, so there was 24 videos a month. And now I'm doing the mid-month to mid-month. And I guess the reason for that is, okay, I'm going to lie that card down there. It popped out. Out-of-city events, in-city events, phone consultations, and so on and so forth. Wow, the cards are really popping out for you, Aquarius. So what I might be doing is like a full moon or new moon video. They would be short for each sign. They would be short, but that might be a great way to connect with you a little bit more. Right? Okay. And I want to thank those of you who are watching and subscribing. Many blessings to those of you who have subscribed. And I encourage those of you who have not, if you like this video, to like it and to subscribe as well. Okay, so let's see what the last 2 weeks of January hold, for Capricorn. Or excuse me, for Aquarius. I just did Capricorn. You're Aquarius. You know, it's funny because I looked at these two cards and they're both about your money. They're both Pentacle cards. So I think what came up was, well, I just did Capricorn, and also this is a earth sign type of card, meaning it's talking about your physical body. It's talking about your finances, your bottom line, the money in the bank, the money you make in the world, the work that you do in the world. You know, the two very interesting cards in the Pentacle realm. The first one is the 7. And it's like this guy is planning. He's taking a little bit of a time out, and he wants to plan a bit more. So I'm going to reach over here and grab a pen. My feeling is that some of you all have been thinking, okay, how can I make more money? What can I do to expand my services this year? If in fact you have your own business, if you're employed, then it might be that you're thinking about doing a business on the side. It might be that where you're working, there's been a lot of planning for new projects or phases in projects. I'm just saying this is a time out planning stage, because the next card that would come up would be the 8 of Pentacles, which is abundance with what you're doing. So I feel like you guys have been doing this. It's probably not new. This has probably been something you've been thinking and planning since the end of last year, which was what, a mere 11 days ago. I'm doing this video on the 11th, which is a master number, January 11th. And so I just feel like you've taken some time, possibly the holidays and or into January has given you time, or you've taken it to say, okay, I don't want to abort what I'm doing or drop out or fade away. I feel like I'm talking like 60s verbiage there. Sorry about that. Or just turn around and leave and not take care of my business. I don't think it's that at all. I think you're just at a stopping point or a planning, pausing point. Let's put it that way. The interesting card that he's facing away from, I feel like, yeah, there are some new opportunities around your money. The 3 of Pentacles comes up. And this is what I call the apprentice card, and it doesn't mean that you're a newbie at what you're doing. No way, Jose. I think that you're more of this really planning is going to allow you to put those thoughts into motion here. You know, when I look at this card, I've always found it very fascinating. This guy is in his work clothes, and there's 2 women here draped in clothing, and they're showing him plans of how they want him, or what they're thinking. And he has the 3 pentacles right here that's so beautifully carved out. So he's chiseled these from his own hands. He's created these. So I feel like you're in a creative planning stage. I feel like you're maybe past the pause. Now you're more into, okay, I want to create my purpose. I want to create my path. I want to create a new body for myself, or a different color on my hair, or, you know, get more exercise. Because these cards, again, indicate our money and our body and our health. And that could be spiritual health as well. Some of you might be doing a little bit of work for a humanitarian organization or philanthropy, or you're volunteering. But whatever you're doing, you're getting ready to really put your skills into a fun, creative aspect. Loving that for you guys, Aquarius. You guys are so innovative anyway. I say guys, you know what? I mean guys and girls. Girls. It's just my way of talking. Okay. So, all right. Well, let's look at it this way. This is interesting for the first 2 weeks of February. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, but I'm going to talk about it both ways, because normally with this particular spread, I look at how the cards are face up. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so let's talk about it the way they come up. The Page of Wands in reverse would represent the news that came, that you, creative news, because it is wands, right? And they're young dudes, so it's young news. The news that comes, it's not to your liking. It's not what you want to hear. It's not what you thought it was going to be. And that you might want to reflect back to this and what you were planning here, because it looks like after hearing that news that there's like, okay, I'm emotionally, physically been hurt, or feeling like things should end on this particular cycle, this particular note. Maybe this person was going to be, or this was a person who was going to be of value to you. This relationship ends, and you know what? It's all for the better. This card to me has always seemed, believe it or not, like it's positive, and only because it's the 10. So again, it's the last card of the swords. He's on his back. He's I don't really like the artwork of this card, but he's done with it. He's over it. The next card would be the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is victory. So you're looking at an opportunity to end a cycle, a negative cycle, and begin a new one. That would come next, beginning a new one. Okay, so let's just look at this in the upright. So in the upright, the Page of Wands is facing you here at the Ten of Swords. So this could be a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, a fire sign, who is, wow, I'm getting some weird hits from this particular person. For some of you, this is going to be someone that has been, I'm getting a headache from them, quite honestly. Now, you may say, oh, no, I have a fire sign friend and I love them and they're my best friend. And so that may be. But I don't know if it's because it's the opposite. Maybe they're a pain in the neck to you, or pain in the head to you, or they have headaches, or you get headaches being around them. I'm just saying, and of course, Aquarians, you guys are not born on the same day, the same month, the same hour, the same minute. I mean, so this is going to be just for some of you all. I would love to hear who this Page of Wands is to you in the comments below. It's going to be different for every single one of you. You know, these court cards are like that. For everybody, it's a different person. But let me know if they're more geared towards quote unquote stabbing you in the back, or if they're helping you transition from this arena to the Ace of Swords. Got it? Okay. That's your homework, Aquarius. Don't you love homework? But it's just putting in the comments below or thinking about it to yourself, if you don't want to put it in the comments, who this person is. I'd love to know, but you know, it's up to you. Okay, well, interesting. Now we have the Tower in reverse. Wow, you guys are fascinating. Capital F-A-S-C-I-N-A-T-I-N-G. Okay, you're fascinating. All right, well, you know what's fun about this being in reverse is now I'm looking at these people falling from the tower and they have their hands up. It's like, huh, I'm surviving this. You know, that's interesting because this way, look at it this way. They're like, oh gosh, no, we're falling. But the other way is like, no, we're rising above the ashes. We're, you know, the Sphinx. We're rising above the fire here, and we're going into the cooler. It looks to me like it's either water, you know, or reaching for the cloud here. And she looks like she has a crown on. I mean, look at this card newly in reverse, it just feels like. Okay, so let's look at it the two ways. The Tower in reverse would mean that what you thought or what could have been a really disaster, not so much. Maybe it's not so much a disaster. Maybe it's divine timing, divine universe. Maybe it's, and it, you know, it always is anyway, isn't it? The universe works like that. We think something's horrible, you know, it's terrible, and then it turns out to be the best thing that ever could have happened to us. But I'm feeling like you avoided or escaped a particular, you know, this could be like a court case, a car accident, just saying, a fire, or maybe, you know, all the blizzards and mudslides going on. I'm just saying that, you know, hopefully this is a positive thing for you. If not, then the Tower represents, as we know, what you don't need falls away so that you can rebuild your life. And you have two rebuilding cards here, Aquarius. So that's what you're working on, my friends. All right? You're working on rebuilding. Okay, so I'm going to look into my crystal and hold it to the side for Aquarius. This is for mid-January through mid-February 2018. Okay, I'm seeing the letter M. Okay, so if there's an important person to you with the first initial of M in their name, and it could be first or last, but I'm kind of thinking first, Mark, Mary, Martha, there's a lot of M's. So just, that's coming up big time. Now, this person could come off in two different ways. This person could come off, and think about the last name as well. This person could come off as someone who is very gracious to you. On the other end of the spectrum, I did see some points, which meant that they could be very sneaky, Queen of Swords like. When, you know, the Queen of Swords is in her negative connotation, she's very, she can be kind of cold. I mean, she's a great card, believe me. Oh, that's Queen of Swords, so that would represent the air signs. But I'm just saying she has a lot of positive attributes, but she can be a bit, she cuts through the ice. Let's just say it that way. Okay, so think about who that person might be. What else comes up for Aquarius? Some of you all with your pets. I'm seeing a little girl with a kitten. So it could be that if you have children or grandchildren, maybe for Christmas, or you have a new kitten in the family, and this feels like a very sweet, sweet visual. This animal, any of you all that do have cats and or dogs, and that you feel like they are intuitive, you know, they probably are. Animals tend to pick up on our energy. They can feel our energy field. So if we're down, they can feel it, or, you know, especially if we're talking and we're, you know, not quite saying the nicest things. I mean, they pick up on our energies. They take in our lower vibrations, bless their heart. So just saying, be kind to the animals, right? Love them, acknowledge them. Okay, what else comes up for Aquarius? Some of you might be taking care of animals too, just FYI. Some of you might be pet sitting, pet grooming, or maybe you're thinking about opening up a pet center. Like here in Austin, we have, it's called the Yard Bar. You could take your dog, it's a large enclosed area, and then also have a drink of whatever, you know, or some food. So that's kind of fun to think about. Let's see what comes up for anything else for Aquarius. I'm looking, well, what looks like to me the Hermit card, if you remember the Hermit, and he's a very wise person. He's on that long cape, and he's out at night, and he's planning is what he's doing. He's discerning, and he's seeing what path he wants to take in life. And it was interesting in that visual in the crystal, I was seeing beautiful, actually, like you would think of quartz around him, both in front of him and behind him. So when you're planning in your planning stages, Aquarians, pay attention to that intuition. If you have quartz, if you have a piece of quartz, and well, the only one I have right here is this one, but you know, it can come in really small, and this of course is smoky quartz. But quartz is wonderful because it activates any other crystal around it. All right, so I'm just feeling like tune in, because you have a lot going on here. Tune into that self-awareness. All right, my friends, I'm going to add up the cards, and we have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 and 16 is 26, 27, and 10 is 37. 3 and 7 is 1. 1 is the first chakra. It is. So taking care of that first chakra, paying attention to it, because it's the chakra that talks about feeling financially secure, feeling safe in the world. It would represent a black, like a black tourmaline, a black stone, or a red stone, but it's feeling safe and secure in the world. It's the I can do it. I'm here. I have my feet on the ground. It's being grounded. It's being in nature, and just understanding that you are a spirit and a soul, but you are here to manifest. Okay, and the one in the, I love this. This is exactly what we're talking about. The one in the major arcana cards is the Magician. And he is, has a lot in common with the Ace of Wands, BTW, by the way. This is the act of, or the power to manifest something from nothing. So it might be that this falls away, which you don't need, like I said, and you're manifesting now what you do need. Okay, the end of one cycle is over, or one project or whatever, and you're ready to manifest a new one, create a new one. This card also represents the act of commitment. So you might be really committed to purposeful creation for yourself, a purposeful meaning to life. What is life? What's it all about? I used to have a dog named Alfie. What's it all about, Alfie? What's it all about to you, Aquarius? What do you feel your purpose is? What do you feel your value is to other people? When you are talking with others, or when you're doing the work you do, what do you get the most excited about? What's the feedback you get? If you're in sales, or you have your own business, or you're with any company, you may want to ask people that you feel safe with, you know, when I do my job, or when I work with you, or what I do, what do you get? How do you feel? What do you like about what I do, basically? I think that'd be an awesome question for you, Aquarius. Because, you know, we think we're putting out our best, and we usually do, but sometimes there's a little hidden golden nugget that we don't even realize, because we've been us for so long that we don't realize it. So you may want to ask a few folks, or one, even one. All right? Okay, my friends, I so appreciate you all watching today and subscribing. And if you'd like your own personal private reading with your own personal private questions, go to the See More section below Just look below, and there'll be a link to my webpage, to the order page. And I have the 30, 45-minute, and hour readings. That's phone or Skype if you're out of the country. And of course, I have the video readings. If you want to do that, you'll just have to email me. And my email is below as well, themagicalmatrix@gmail.com. I just want to send so much love. That's what's emanating from me right now to you all. Love and hugs and the best. And I feel like you're on, I feel like it feels a little bit trippy, like you're on a trip, you're on a long and winding road. But, you know, it's good it's long, because the winding part will eventually straighten out and you'll see the end. And you'll see the, not the end so much as the rainbows. All right? And along that path, it's going to be just very, very interesting and fascinating for you. So thank you all for watching. Take care. Be well. Put comments below, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.